Ain't no half stepping with Marcus, yeah, y'all. Live from the den of LegacyInternetRadio.com, the flagship show right here on Legacy Internet Radio, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. the first night that we officially have an extra 30 minutes. And damn it, we're going to go over that too. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus, J. We're going to continue with the Diva Diaries here for a little while longer. We got a couple more things that we want to share with you guys. If you want to be down with anything, call us up at 804-402-2893 or continue to hit us up on the MixLR page, Facebook wall. We out here. There's many ways that you guys can be a part of the show. Just hit us up. Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. Diva.
Our next topic, it says men only, but what I'll do is I'll just direct it to you guys first, and then the ladies will get on it. If a man is unemployed, should he pursue a serious commitment with a woman? So that's kind of related to what we just talked about, male roles or whatever in a relationship.
I was already in one, so I can't answer that question directly.
Yeah, you can. Answer the question directly.
Hell no.
Okay. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, I don't
like answering it like that.
I know you don't, and that's talk radio guy doesn't want to talk. How about that? Anyway, I don't see how you can do that, because if you're going to come into a relationship, you're supposed to come as your full half and meet his or her full half. If you ain't a full half, then how you going to end up with 100? It's not fair to her if you come in at 40 and she come in at 50. So now you only got 90% of what y'all could be. So, no, I think you need to have your stuff together, financially. Financially is kind of a relative term. It's one thing to have financial difficulties. If you got a job, you can work towards some form of financial stability. But you ain't got no job, you living with your mama, you done got evicted, or you staying with your homeboy. The reality is that man is, a man's gonna want female company. And I ain't a woman, so I don't know if you guys can live without, male company. But I can tell you pretty definitively, ain't gonna be too many dudes around without some sort of female company. But as far as pursuing, the question was a serious relationship. You don't need to be pursuing no serious relationship when you ain't got no job. And part of I think now is probably a pretty decent time to bring up the blog that we had going on all day, Diva. I'll actually pull it up because I think that now is a very appropriate time to bring that up. And listeners, hang tight. I'll bring it up in a minute. But, I think that you need to have a job to be able to do the basic things, like take her out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Buy her dinner. If you ain't got no job, how you gonna buy the lady dinner? How you gonna take her out to dinner? And I think there's a lot of areas where chivalry has become lost, and there's a lot of reasons for that. One big reason is that women have been made culturally to be the man and the woman simply because a lot of the brothers just ain't around. And then you had the feminist movement. There's a lot of reasons why the chivalry roles have become blurred, so you don't get dudes opening the car door for the lady no more, and you don't get dudes opening the door for the lady walking inside the mall anymore, or you don't get guys kissing their hands anymore, and you don't get guys asking the father for the hand in marriage and those kinds of traditional roles. Now I know that's not what the question was, but that's where the question kind of led me. The question that we had earlier today was women should start paying for dates, and if you don't have no job but you want to go out, then she would probably have to pay for a date, and that's a problem because part of the dance that we must do in courtship is a man showing his interest in a lady, and part of that is taking her out and showing her a nice time and letting her know that you're interested in her, telling her that she looks nice, telling her that she smells good. If she stink, then don't say nothing. But if she smells nice, then tell her. What I say?
If she stinks, don't say anything.
Well, yeah, don't say nothing. Don't lie.
Maybe you have a special smell.
Yeah. Or you could say something like, your body odor smells better than your perfume. You could say something like that. You know, you could say something like that, but you know, the reality is, you know, that was a conversation that we were having on the Love Revolution fan page earlier today, which I thought was appropriate. And there's a lot of comments in there, and I won't get into them, but I think I don't know, y'all over here tripping right now. Y'all tripping off of me, you know.
Can
but
he afford soap?
Yeah. How about that? So Colin's already answered it, ladies. What do y'all think? I mean, I know that this was a question for the guys. I just completely threw SY off like that.
I'll let you go on this one.
Tommy ain't had no job.
I think no. You ain't got no job, Tommy.
Tommy ain't had no job. Tommy had all kinds of women. Tommy had Snowflake. Tommy had Pam. Tommy had her. Tommy ain't had no job. Y'all know what he did.
We getting a hit on the fan page from Cass. What's up, Cass? Saying what's up, mommy? She
What's
listening.
up, booby? You feel better, punky booby? Mommy,
Lord.
little baby.
Oh my God,
Get out.
Mama J don't have a Facebook page, so she can't hit me on here. You know, so you know, Mama J. Speaking of Tommy, ain't no job. Mama J probably in the room right now watching Martin on the iPad. That's what she doing right now. I guarantee you, she watching Martin right now.
Martin.
But anyway, you say no. He needs to have a job.
No.
Diva.
Just no.
I would say no, especially that serious commitment part.
That's the part.
Maybe we can chit chat. You know, we can't go out. We can't go out.
Chit chat.
Maybe he got a
What are we
10-year
talking
plan.
about? What are we talking about?
He's looking for a job, though. He's looking for a
All
job. So can't we just be chat buddies?
Call me back
or
when you get an
talk on the
ID.
phone. Or
Come back when you get the ID. Kick rocks.
kick rocks. Woo, woo, harsh. He just got laid off.
Really? Sorry.
Then what?
I'm so sorry.
Well, I think that you could potentially have a softening of this position if he has a plan. If he got a plan and he ain't just sitting at the crib, you know, complaining about how he ain't got a job. Yeah, he got a plan. He got laid off from the job or he got fired. I mean, you know, good people get fired sometimes. You know, whatever. If there's a legitimate reason why he is not at work, you know, and he's a dude that has a plan to get back to work. This is a guy who is willing to work a job beneath him while he searches for a job that is on his level. I think that you could potentially soften your position on whether he's dateable in that case. But if he the dude that lost his job and he spent all day playing Call of Duty, then
I can't deal with that.
I'd have to know him a while before he had lost that job for me to know his character. Because you just lost your job and you want to talk to me? I don't know why you lost your job, really.
Yeah.
You really could be just
He might have been like the crazy stalker dude at work that was looking up girls' skirts, but dropping money on the desk next to him and then picking it up and, you know, like in the movies, Splash. You never saw that movie? Okay, never mind. Sorry.
That's what
Well, Craig got fired for stealing boxes, and
Yeah,
he got the girl at the end.
This is not Fridays.
So I can't just do it.
Yeah, how about that? And he wasn't looking up ladies' skirts either.
He got fired from the car wash. No.
How you get fired on this? You got fired on his day
Stole
off.
some boxes.
You got fired on his day off. Give me one more, Diva. Give me one more question.
All right. This one, I gotta look for it for a minute. Hold on a second.
So while we're waiting for her to look, SY, how are you feeling on your
commercial
first
break.
How are you feeling on your first appearance as the official co-host of Ain't No Hashtag on
Wait,
Marcus
can
J?
you rewind for a second? As the what?
As the official co-host.
Oh, wow.
One of the. Oh, you back? Oh, she's back. Oh, I won't
I'm
touch you
back
anymore.
from commercial
I'm done-
break
I'm done talking.
during the death
we can go
stare.
back. See, I told you it was only quick. See, I'm picking on her now. See, now you see the
Now
stare?
you got the death there. I'm scared to read the question.
Melissa said I had.
Thyroid eye. What the hell is
The
that?
other day I was talking to her and she was like, ooh, you got the thyroid eye too?
What's the
like,
thyroid eye? What is that? That's like, ooh.
You know how a thyroid is enlarged?
Ooh, you like
your
the eye
eyes like
bulging
that.
out your head like that? Like on the cartoons where they come out and then they pop.
She looked at me like, ooh, you got the
I don't
thyroid eye
ever
too?
want to get that one again. I'll behave myself. I won't pick on you no more until like next time I pick on you. Anyway,
Yeah, okay, I caught you.
you caught that? She caught that. All right, David, what you got next?
This one is kind of similar to a past blog that we talked about, but I think it's good for this discussion.
Okay.
Another scenario. You have been engaged to your fiance, the love of your life, for 5 years. You're ready to tie the knot, for goodness sake. But he or she is not ready yet, concerned with finances, scared to marry, or maybe wants to wait a little longer to mature. What do? Do you keep dating, leave, or give an ultimatum? So I'm going to ask, let's see.
Well, give me that scenario one.
Read it one more time?
Yeah, give it to me
and
one
then
more
I'm going
time.
to give it to you, Mr. Carlton Banks. You have been engaged to your fiance, the love of your life, for 5 years. You're ready to tie the knot, for goodness sake, but he or she is not ready yet. Concerned with finances, scared to marry, or maybe wants to wait a little longer to mature. What do? Do you keep dating, leave, or give an ultimatum?
I'm out. I ain't got that time to wait.
I didn't
for
have to
real, if
ask
I've already
him.
put it out there and gave you the ring and whatnot, then if after a year you ain't ready, give my ring back.
I already
Let's go.
knew his answer.
I mean, for real, what's the point of waiting? What's the serious point of waiting? If you've been here for 5 years and you got the ring and we already here, I mean, it's no point.
She just wants you to be her boyfriend.
I mean, for real, I mean, don't string me along. I mean, it's time to go. It's put up or shut up. Get off the pot. Plain and simple. It's 5 years. Get that.
Miss Cy Butler.
I would give an ultimatum.
That sounds like a lady answer.
I would give an ultimatum. I
We
mean,
don't
it's
wanna
5
lose 'em.
years. You're ready. You made the commitment. You accepted the ring.
Yeah.
You know, really.
That's why I think engagement is stupid. Like stupid. Like, come on, man. You've been my boyfriend or girlfriend for the last 5 years. Like,
That's way too long.
I mean, seriously, like this whole engagement thing, it just really fires me up and annoys me because, all it is a fancy word for what really isn't another phase in the relationship. It really isn't, because like me and Mrs. J, I guess if we were to use the phrase engaged, we was engaged for a little over 6 months. And the only reason why we was engaged that long, because that's how long it took for us to get the venue we wanted.
We're playing it.
If we had that
Everything
venue
out.
earlier, then we probably would have been married earlier. But, I think that the mature thing to do is to have a discussion, whether you want to call that ultimatum or not. I guess ultimatum it kind of is what it is, because at some point you got to, either piss or get off the pot, man. You can't just, hold my life hostage until you decide that you're ready to make a move. And if I put in the time, you've been engaged 5 years. I'm assuming you've been with them for a lot longer than that. So if you put in, 5 years in a day with this person, then I think that, and they ain't sick about to give you HIV or nothing. Then
back to that question.
Back to that question.
Backtracking all night.
Then I think that the fair thing for yourself, even for them, is to know what you're dealing with. Now, if you get a vague answer or a non-answer, then what Carlton Banks said is absolutely appropriate. I mean, if I come to you and be like, look, we're going to get married or not, well, anytime any answer starts with well,
they
It's
have
like
they have a
want to.
really good reason. Like, one of the situations here is they're concerned with their finances.
that's not a good reason.
They don't have
That's
their
not a good
money
reason.
straight
These are all
yet.
It's not a good
finances,
reason.
period. That's the way they are.
It's not a good reason.
I mean,
not
a good
that's
reason.
it. So I wouldn't think that's a good
It's
reason.
not a good reason, because you will never be financially stable if you're in the middle class of the United States of America.
Yep.
You will never, ever. So for those people who use the excuse, I didn't get married because I wasn't financially stable. I didn't have more children because I wasn't financially stable. I didn't go on vacation because I wasn't financially stable. That's fear. That's not anything other than that. Because the reality is, you will make a way. If it was something that you wanted to do, then you would figure it out. If you don't want to do it, then you ain't gonna do it. And if you're not real with the person you with, or real with yourself, then you ain't gonna say nothing. You're gonna come up with excuses.
All those excuses.
You're gonna come up with excuses. So when I hear, like the stereotypical guy that says, "Man, I'm gonna marry you, but I just gotta get my money right," that's just a load of crap.
But it goes back to what we said earlier about the man wanting to be a provider.
It's a load of crap. Still a load of crap.
Yeah.
It's still a load of crap.
First of all, women gonna wait that long.
Well, obviously they.
Well,
that's what
I'm
it
getting
is.
ready to tell you a
Obviously
story.
did,
I'm getting ready to tell you a
but
story.
let me just
after
make this
you
real
finish.
point before you tell the story. If I also said that the woman's job is to support him, and so if he was a man who even considered bringing her into his life, then he must assume and this is one of those rare times where it's okay to assume. He must assume that she is on the level that she can support him. So while he's going out trying to take care of the household, she gonna be there holding him down. And if he don't trust that she can hold him down, then he don't need to marry her anyway.
Right. Okay. I'll get you. I was getting ready to tell you a story about a close friend of mine. I'm not going to put this person out, but it's a guy friend.
What's his name?
I'm not going to put his
Oh,
name out
nobody's
there.
listening, it's just us?
No, it's not just us.
Okay.
But close friend.
Tickle it out of him.
Dated his now wife for 15 years total. 10 of the years they were engaged. 15 years total knew each other. Like since after high school, straight out after high school, and then into, going into your 30s. So it does happen. There's people been engaged for 20, 30 years. Like,
What?
I don't know how they do it.
That'd be Fred Sanford and Donna.
Yeah, and Donna, right?
That's what
I don't
that
know
was.
how they do it, why they do it, but I
know,
guess people.
I got a
I
friend
don't
whose
know.
parents been divorced for 20 years and never moved out of the house. They lived together, been divorced 20 years.
How in the world?
I'm just saying. Everybody's unorthodox situation ain't got to be explained. It's their situation.
Right.
That's where we come to always judging folks. If it works for them, then cool. But I think it's
wonder,
crazy as hell.
did they not
Because
be
if
able
I go
to?
through the point where I want to be away from your ass, trust me, I'm going to be away from
Right.
you.
Well, yeah, separate. But I wonder if they just didn't have the money for the divorce part. They could have certainly moved out.
I guess. I guess. I don't know. I guess. I don't know.
But you said they were already divorced.
They got divorced
for 20
They've
years.
been divorced
20 years,
for 20 years,
and they
but
stayed
they
there.
stayed together. They
Maybe
stayed
the kids
now.
are still growing up, going
Yeah.
to college, and they're just raising the kids.
The youngest is in the early 20s now.
They're just raising their kids.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm friends with one of the children, and one of the, this person just happened to share their dynamic with me, and the youngest is in the mid to early 20s, and they've been divorced forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's different.
It is different.
And so once the kids are gone, I guess we can assume they're
Kids are
split.
gone. The kids are
20
gone.
years, they're gone. I'm just
Yeah, well, they may still be there in college. I was.
The kids are gone.
kids gone. Yeah.
The kids are gone. I'm telling you, this ain't a hypothetical. I know
Right, this
these
is a
people.
real
This is a real
situation.
situation.
So
The
why?
kids are
I
gone.
don't know what the glue is.
I don't know. Maybe it's that good.
Yeah,
Say, I can't stand you, but boy, you be doing that
I
good.
am appalled, Miss Sai.
I can't stand you. You can't write a check to save your life, but man, you get good your good goods.
baby, put it on.
Oh my goodness.
Booty call.
Yeah. What
20-year
would
booty
Lissa P
call.
call it? Booty duty?
Booty duty.
Booty duty, yeah.
The BD.
Yeah, the BD, yeah. That's exactly what she calls it, the BD. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, you got anything else you want to get into while we are wrapping up? Because it looks like we got a 3-hour show tonight, and so we got. Let's do one more, then we're gonna do the rants.
One more.
Let's do
okay.
one more. Let's
Go
do-
back to commercial break because I wasn't.
But the last time I did a commercial break, I was picking on SY.
Yeah,
and
do
she
it with
gave-
Carlton.
I
Then.
don't want to talk to him.
Oh, he don't want my thumb.
I don't want to talk to
him.
him, man. Why you always trying to get me to talk to him? I mean, we talk once a week for a couple
Carson, how do
hours.
you feel
and-
about that? I mean, he's talking about you like you're not even here.
I mean,
Like, why you want
he
to
don't
talk to
care.
him?
He don't care. If he
Him.
cared, then he would say something.
That's like Bernie Mac. Him downstairs.
Him downstairs. Yeah, him over there. Hey, oh, by the way, Carl Banks, you still hot, man?
Yeah,
I see you done put that top button back closed.
you
A minute
know.
ago, we was seeing the T-shirt.
You got me up in here sweating, man.
I'm saying that, yeah, he got the air blowing right on him.
No, it's not blowing on me. It's oscillating.
It's rotating.
It's rotating.
Okay.
How come she said rotating like the boring word in the nice cool accent, but he said the cool word in a Carlton accent?
He said oscillating.
No, I said
Ain't no
oscillating.
C in there that's pronounced.
It is.
Oscillating.
It is a C in there.
I said that's pronounced. I know how to spell oscillating and also know how to say it right. Anyway,
Ooh.
Diva,
I feel like there's a
Well,
stab
I
in
Might
am
be a little two right there.
divided.
I always give you two.
I don't understand that.
I'm divided on
How you
two
gonna correct me?
topics.
How you gonna correct me and be wrong?
What did I
We
say?
should-
I corrected you.
No, he's at me.
Who?
He's looking at me.
Am I picking at you? I was looking at him, but if
You're cross-eyed.
was it?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out too, David. I'm sitting there like,
How you gonna be cross-eyed?
The whole head and everything.
My head was oscillating.
No, it was oscillating.
It was oscillating.
escalating.
See, that's what I remember. What it was. You said it wrong. He co-signed you and told me I was wrong.
I'm the co-host.
Yeah.
I can say that word
He is
any way
co-host
I
too.
feel like.
Y'all
That's
both co-hosts.
right.
Y'all,
The new
y'all
co-host said that.
And we can say it any way we feel like
That's
it.
right.
There we go.
But oscillating.
I ain't
is
have
wrong.
Boom. There it is.
Okay, so
Attack the host.
That's all right. See, you know this happens only when you come here, Diva.
Oh, I'm the
Oh
troublemaker.
yeah, you the troublemaker.
All I did was go to commercial break.
If you didn't go to commercial break, we wouldn't be in here
this
fighting
is for
right
all
now.
those days.
Now he
double
deflecting
team
on
the
her.
girls when they in
See
here
how he
alone.
deflecting?
I see. I don't double team the girls though.
Who
I
double
always
teams the girls when they're here by themselves.
call them back.
That ain't me.
It is you.
I don't tease
You
anybody.
told her you didn't
I
like
don't
her.
know.
You
When
told
did I tell her that?
You looked her in the eye on the air and said, "I don't like you." Yes,
When?
you.
Prove it. It won't me.
I mean, it's
It's easy to prove.
What it take? What it take?
Roll that footage.
So
Right?
it's
Yeah.
usually
You
I need
too.
some beautiful being
See,
footage.
at least when I do it, it's in good humor. It's lightheartedness. You know what I mean? Like he had the thyroid eye when he looked at her in the eye and said, "I don't like you."
For no reason.
What tape
no
was this?
reason.
It wasn't
For
even
no reason.
provoked.
And she had like you remember the American Indian from the '70s commercials with "Don't Litter," where
Oh,
he
he
had
got
that
one
one
tear
tear
drop.
come down.
I wasn't crying,
She had to-
but I was in shock.
She had the one tear right, and it wasn't like in the middle near the nose when most tears drop. That joker
on
came from the
here.
outside.
You are lying.
Colton, you made her upset.
You upset her, and
I
he
don't
still
know what you're talking about.
he still didn't say he's sorry. He didn't say he's
I'll
sorry.
apologize. I won't say I'm sorry.
Commercial break is over now.
Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Back to our regular
back to
scheduled
the
program.
We're just being silly, having some fun. All right, Diva, do one more. You said you were debating between
Yeah,
two,
I have
but
two.
you have the executive power to
pick.
go ahead and make a decision and pick one.
I picked
Want me to
one.
flip a coin?
No, I picked it.
All right, I was gonna say I can flip this card in.
All right. You ever have fears of losing your freedom in a relationship? Not literally, but figuratively, losing your personal freedom. So who do we want to start with?
that's
It doesn't matter to me. You want to get in on that,
I
Marcus
mean, I
J?
guess I can. I mean, that's a deep one, man. And I think at some point in every relationship, I think everybody goes through it. You know, personal freedoms. I mean, you know, all right, I'm going out tonight. Do you mind? Nah. All right, cool. Then you just go.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
We talking about losing. And if I'm to understand the question properly, we talking about losing yourself inside the relationship.
Right.
And I think the unfortunate reality is I think this happens more to women than it does to men. And I think what happens is you get so caught up in supporting that man, kind of alluding to what I said earlier, that I think the woman's role is, and losing what your goals and aspirations were. You get lost in being mommy. You know, you get lost in raising the children, and you get lost in, you know, managing the house, while at the same time still going to work every day and doing those things yourself. And so I think it's very possible that it can happen to a man, but I think it's more likely to happen to a woman because you all internalize those types of things in a different kind of way than we do. And so, yeah, it's definitely possible. But see, what you need to do is you need to have discussions with this with your partner, whether it's the guy losing himself or the gal losing herself. Y'all need to talk about it. Because if you walk around holding that kind of stuff in, it's going to create resentment. And then it becomes a you problem. It could have been a us problem, but you just made it a you problem. And I can't help you work through something that you don't share that you have. You know what I mean? So I think it's very possible that it can happen. Not just to the man, but to the woman more so than the man.
A lot of times it happens, like you said earlier, gradually, where you don't even realize you're losing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you've been with them so many years.
Yeah.
And, you know, somebody might have to point it out to you for you to really realize you're not the same person you used to be.
I can give you an example, not necessarily in relationships, but just in growing up. You know, I remember growing up in the old neighborhood, I was always known as you messing with the mic, man. Just hold on to the mic. Thank you. I was always known as Big Brother Jay's little brother. You know what I mean? So my brother, I was always known as his little brother. So, I haven't said his name on there, and I won't. But I was always known as such and such brother. And so, after a while, I'm grown now. Like I still go back home from time to time, and they say, "Yo, what's up, little such and such?" And so I never got to be who I was, at least not in the neighborhood, until he moved away. You know what I'm saying? So that's me as a kid. Could you imagine what that must be like inside a household? If you're a guy and your wife's like a world-renowned surgeon, you know what I mean, or like a high-powered attorney. You know what I mean? When y'all go out to dinner parties, and the natural inclination is for you to be the man, and kind of be the person that Mr. and Mrs. No, when they say Doctor and Mr. they mean her first. You know what I mean? So there's lots of ways that can happen, but I think ultimately each person needs to be secure in who they are before anything else, and you got to work at it. Because you could be secure now, but sometimes it don't take much to knock you off that security pedestal, and then you got to do all the work all over again. So I don't know.
Right. Miss
new co-host over there.
I never thought about it until just now, and I believe that happened to me.
To you personally?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to share, or is that kind of personal?
No, it's not that personal. With my daughter's dad. Like I was so caught up in this relationship, like I know he likes these things and let me make sure these things are available or whatever, that I got so wrapped up into him and me being in that relationship with him or in his relationship, that the things that I normally did and the things that I normally like and any goals that I had, they never got completed. They didn't get completed like they should have. Let me say that, because they were completed, but they did not get done like they should have.
Did they get done after the relationship?
Oh yeah, way after. I was like, we gotta talk. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Carlton Banks, what's your thoughts, man?
I want to be me. I don't want to lose myself. If I lose myself, I lose my identity, and I tell somebody in a heartbeat that I'm not changing. So.
Well, the question is, have you ever feared losing?
Mm-hmm.
So that's never happened to you before. Okay.
You never feared losing yourself in any relationship that you were in.
Mm-hmm.
That means that
because I sit there and tell the person I'm going to be me.
Well, that probably makes you one of the strongest willed persons in the world. That at no point in your adult life did you ever feel lost to the point where you question the things that you're doing and you question the path that you've chosen. And I applaud you if you're being sincere. And then I certainly applaud you, because I know that I have dealt with disillusionment with myself and wondering what the hell was I thinking when I did that, and seeing the same kind of disillusionment in the eyes of Mrs. J with me and with herself, and so to hear someone say that they never experienced that, man, I wish that I could say that I never experienced it, because it's not something that any of us wants to deal with. And I think we all have a little bit of self-doubt from time to time, and you wonder, am I doing the right thing? And a decision that you made, you got to live with it, and you just hope that it doesn't alter your situation so severely, that there's no coming back from it, things like that. So I don't know.
Carlton Banks, I want to ask you this. Mm-hmm. Have you ever felt like more, I guess, constrained or restrained, whatever the proper term is, in the relationship? Like you want to go out to the club, or you want to go out with the boys to the bar, and she's like, no, I don't want you to do that. And that's kind of like going against what you would like to do. Have you ever had it on that level? Like,
no, first of all, if I want to go out, I ask. I mean, from a simple standpoint, I like to be courteous and give the opportunity to sit there and say, can I go out? So, or if I go out, I don't know if she has plans. So I don't sit there and just say, I'm going out.
Okay, but you've asked her and she says, no, I don't feel comfortable with that.
Then I just stay at home. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, okay.
I know. I mean, it's something. It's obviously she wants me to spend some time with her, or I get something in the house to do. So,
What if she don't like you to go to the club, period, or the bar, or wherever you?
Well, she knows me. I don't like going to clubs anyway. So
Okay, let's say it's the bar with Marcus J.
then I tell her I'm going to Marcus J.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
My husband is not going out to the bar with all them ladies and stuff.
I don't quite get the question. I mean, I sit there and say yes, no, okay. I mean, I don't go to clubs.
Okay, we changed it to bar.
All right, I go to the bar. I say
To watch the game or whatever. And your wife or woman, girlfriend, whatever, is like, no, I don't feel comfortable with you out all times of night with whoever, these ladies that might be at the bar. You wouldn't feel like your freedom was being taken away, your personal freedom to do what you want to do?
No, not really.
Wow. That's deep. Because I would.
I mean, she don't want me to go. She don't want me to go. Hey, okay. Why you don't want me to go? I'm going to ask why she doesn't want me to go.
She tells you, because I'm jealous. I don't want you out there with all those ladies at the bar.
Now, I don't think we're going to say that we're jealous. I don't think we're going to say that. You know, if we're going to say anything close to that, yeah, you know, I just don't want you to go for whatever, like, if you want to use the girls or what have you. But I don't think that we're going to say, oh, I'm jealous.
Well, it depends on the woman, but I hear guys say it all that big joke in, what was it, Raw? Or You So Crazy, or one of them with Martin, You So Crazy, where the dude shows up at the club in his slippers and his robe.
Looking for her.
And she looking out the window scared. What does he keep saying over and over again? He's like,
I can't remember it, but I remember that skit. I think it was Martin.
Yeah, it was You So Crazy, I think.
Yeah, it was Martin.
Yeah, well, I got that at home.
I mean, you know, the reality is there's certain dynamics in relationships that are just different than what we may be used to in our own. And if that's what his dynamic is, then, you know, then that just is what his dynamic is. You know, I think there, you know, should be even give and take. You know, if you want to go out, then go. Me personally, you know, I'm not that one that's going to be like, you know, I don't think you should go out. I'm never ever going to say that. I'm more likely to put money in your pocket while you go.
Have a good
That's
time.
the whole thing. I'm not going to sit there and tell you can't go out.
I'm not that dude, and you know, but the flip side of that is I'm not entertaining that conversation on the other side either. You know, we don't. You know, that's one thing that, you know, Mrs. J and I don't do to each other. You know, it's, you know, if she's going out, then all right, cool. You know?
I mean, and if it's to the point where you've got to, you know, ask and that person saying no, this is something that you've probably been doing anyway, going out, having a good time, hanging out, so she or he should know this is what you do.
Yeah, that's the pattern.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the pattern.
But you're married now, so
it doesn't matter if you're married. Everybody needs some kind of space.
Yeah.
Right, I agree.
Everybody needs some kind of space, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get the but you're married thing. You know, I mean, there are a lot of people that feel that way, but then there's the rest of us who feel like, you know, every waking moment doesn't need to be spent with your spouse.
Right.
And it would be wise for you to figure out a group of people that you can go and hang out with that ain't got nothing to do with home. You know, because any good thing that you have, if you get too much of it, could make you crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you drink too much water, you're gonna die.
Right. And that's an essential element.
And you can't live without water. But if you drink too much of it, you'll die. So, you know, it is what it is. Ain't no how to step on Marcus J. We are finally getting ready to take our final break of the night. And when we come back, we got our rants and we got our closings, and we're gonna get the hell on up out of here. Stay with us. Be back in a minute.